All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
That's it. Look at him. Watch his slap. Watch his slap. Gun. Check three. Check three. Watch twist.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lines.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
We go. 10-2 stop. Go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey, escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Ready? 30 base. Recon, 132 fighter.
On first and 10, Herbert, he gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw. Herbert looking long for Thomas. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, good hurdle. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
61, matchbox lights. Snap.
Off play action. Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Ready? 90, Wolf. 57. Hey, Delta.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2.
To throw on third down. Herbert eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
60 Pittsburgh.
Kamara try the right side.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Orbit.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, and he finds Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First target, first catch at a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert, his throw incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Herbert And quick throw here, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
I got you. Hey, Charlie. Yep.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 4th down, Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Here's McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
8.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A 10th carry for Kamara. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw again on second down. Newton. That's caught. It's Jarius Wright. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
20.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
60 Pittsburgh. Pilot, 60 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And Kamara has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's going to be a long day.
Great.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 8.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 20.
Check.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. The busy night continues for Kamara. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
47-yard line.
Set. Right at the 8.
Mike Back 2.
Don't get nervous. Showing it.
Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Good footwork at the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready. Pick me up. Here we go. Shift. Express.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready. 52. Watch 20.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
8. Look at it.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
On the ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever